Give me 1 minute because I do not want to mess up my makeup. Hey everyone, I am back and I am so excited to be back. It has been so long since I recorded an actual video, especially a get ready with me for YouTube. I've been doing a lot of posting on Instagram. Go follow me at That's Lana Marie. I'll have it down here below. But I have not been on here in a long time and I'm a little nervous. I feel like almost like the first time, like I've never done this before because I just haven't done it in so long. So I'm almost feeling like, what do I do with my hands? What do I do? Like, how do I look? But I have so much to catch you all up on. Let's get ready and talk and chit chat and all of that. Using my favorite Pore Professional Benefits primer. So you all, I have had so much going on. I probably have not filmed since sometime last year. I've been super busy, which is life. So it just has not allowed me to do YouTube as much as I did like when I first started out, like with the pandemic and all. I guess the biggest thing that happened to me, you know, or what has kept me away from YouTube was I was on a journey of IVF. Before, not IVF, we've done IUI. I always get the names mixed up. We've done IUI, which is how I have my beautiful daughter now, because I've always had a hard time getting pregnant. So we did IUI with her, and so we decided that we wanted another child, and we decided to go the more aggressive route because it did take me 3 tries with IUI to get pregnant. So we decided to go the more aggressive route this time and do IVF because they never actually told me what was wrong with me, but for some reason my body just wasn't registering to get pregnant. So I do have polyps though. I do have a lot of polyps, which are like these little like bumps, I should say, on your ovaries. Yes, I was documenting that journey, and I had a full, you know, video I was gonna be, you know, posting and stuff with IVF journey and, you know, just what it all entails and all of that. We ended up having to do 3 tries of that and none of it worked. Good morning. Today is Friday, December 4th, and I am on my way to my HSG appointment, which is pretty much where they will be clearing out my tubes, making sure that everything is clear down there in order for insemination to work properly and for my eggs to move properly, all of that. So I'm on my way to that appointment, and then next week I have another type of procedure type appointment, and I can't remember right now. I think it's like the sono appointment. I can't remember, but I'll let you guys know like when it happened. So today is Saturday, February 20th. I didn't talk back to you all yesterday. I'm getting really bad with this, you guys. I'm so sorry. But I didn't talk back with you guys yesterday because me and my husband just wanted to like kind of relax and celebrate. Hopefully this goes the right way, kind of pray and all that. So pretty much they got 2 eggs out that was mature for us to be able to use and for them to be able to inseminate, and they got those 2 out, and so They showed me the embryos. One of them was like perfect looking, very symmetrical, round. The embryologist was telling me like it looks really good. The other one looks good, but it doesn't look as good as the first one. The other one is a little bit not as symmetrical, so it's a little bit, it had a little bit like distortion in it. I still was gonna post a video just to like maybe show like the ups and downs of it, because it's so emotional. It's like a lot of work. It's just a lot. You have to give yourself shots. You have to go to the doctor every week, sometimes 2-3 times a week. All this testing, all this blood work, surgeries. It was just so much that I had to do and go through. I wasn't even like feeling excited about it anymore. So we stopped and just, went on with our lives or whatever, took a break, was trying to figure out what we were going to do. And then come October, we had our 10-year wedding anniversary. And we went downtown. It was really fun, really good time. And then a month later, I found out I was pregnant. Naturally, which was totally insane to me because I've never gotten pregnant naturally. Well, I'm sorry, let me not say that. I've gotten pregnant naturally one time when we first got married, and I unfortunately lost that baby. So it was a shock surprise to both of us. Like, I never can get these eyebrows. Eyebrows is just like, you can get them to look like cousins, but if you can get them to look like twins, you winning. Like, you're top tier, sis. If you can get your eyebrows to look like twins every single time. Because I can do twins, sometimes. But most of the time, they get very much so cousins. So didn't know what to expect and all. Worried, excited. Just like all the emotions, everything. So, at our first appointment, which was around November, we found out that it was twins. When I tell you, super shocked when we found that out. We're grateful, super grateful, and super shocked about it. Took that as a sign, like, God just blessed us, like, with these beautiful babies. Like, we really want to cherish this moment. And I think that's another reason why I took a break. I took a break from like social media, a break from a lot of things, just to kind of make sure that, I was in good health and that I wasn't just doing too much, because it was already a blessing that I got pregnant naturally and with twins. Like, that's just amazing. So I just wanted to make sure that everything was good on my end. It was crazy, like, going through a pregnancy that was multiples versus like one, since I've already had my daughter. It was a different experience. And things I was able to experience, like movements quicker than, my daughter and all. So it was it was a great experience. I love being pregnant though. Like, when I get pregnant, I love that experience. So it was just a really great experience that I really, really enjoyed. Okay, sorry, I had to go and do my eyebrows off camera. For some reason, when I do my concealer, I always have to like be quiet and have silence and like really pay attention. I know it's super weird, but that's just how I have to do when it comes to my eyebrows. And I meant to tell you all, this product, y'all, this NYX Lift and Snatch, there we go, NYX Lift and Snatch eyebrow, baby, this right here with this two combinations, with this, the brow glue, and the NYX Lift and Snatch, yes, top tier. Your eyebrows will stay on all year if you want them to. So yeah, in March, I started to get really swollen in my body, and I never had that with London, my daughter. I never was swollen. My feet barely ever swole up. I've never suffered with high blood pressure either, so I didn't think it was anything like that. So I could always predict my blood pressure, and I always knew it would be 120/80. Like, that was always what I was like, oh, I already know when I get up in here, that's what my blood pressure is going to be. Went out of town. I went to Arizona to visit my parents. And And then we also did a baby moon in San Francisco. That was really fun. Go check out that reel on my Instagram. After each flight, I would be even more swollen. So when we finally got to our destination of like Arizona, and when we got to San Diego, I would have to take like a whole day. Like we wouldn't be able to do anything like after we get off the plane, because I had to take a day to leave my feet up, relax, to stay off of my feet, all of that, so that the swelling could go down. I was wearing compression socks in the airport. Like when I got back home, I went to the doctor. I had a doctor's appointment maybe like 2 days after I got back. My blood pressure 120/80. Perfect. So I'm like, okay. And my doctor even was like, if your blood pressure is not up, that's the main thing we're worried about. The swelling may be because you've been on your feet a lot. So we're just gonna let you know, just stay off of your feet. Don't be doing too much. Nothing. I had started planning my baby shower. Was gonna be sending out invitations for that. And that was really all I was doing. We had a maternal fetal medicine doctor's appointment, which pretty much what that means for those who don't know. That ultrasound is literally just for the babies, to see if they are okay, see if everything is growing like it's supposed to grow, if their bodies are functioning, you know, like they're supposed to so far at the stage that they're at. And I want to say I was at 7 months at that point. So they were making sure that everything was the way they were supposed to be. And the next day, which was a Thursday, I woke up and I did not feel well at all. I felt terrible. But with pregnancy, some mornings you wake up feeling great, some mornings you wake up feeling bad. So I didn't think nothing of it. I tried to eat something for breakfast. I threw that up. I felt the babies moving. It was fine. Even having a video of them moving that morning. My head was throbbing. The worst headache I've ever experienced in my life. That my husband actually was starting a new training that day, so he was going to be going out of town, and he kept asking me like, are you sure you're okay? You don't want to go to the hospital? Like, he kept asking. I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I'll be all right. I think, you know, it'll go away. At first, I thought I was going into labor because I had started having cramping. Had to call my husband. I want to say it was like 11 o'clock at night. It was probably like 11 o'clock at night. I didn't want to wake up people because I'm like, it's a work day. I didn't want to burden people, you know, and waking them up and all, because I didn't know what was going on. And his brother ended up coming to get me to take me to the hospital, which my hospital is 25 minutes away. And they immediately took me in because, you know, you're telling them you're 7 months pregnant, you're having cramping, you're obviously physically in pain. They're going to get you in right away because they don't know what's going on. So they get me in, take me upstairs, and the people, mind you, I had an ultrasound the day before. So I'm thinking that this is something going on with my body. Something is happening that, you know, has nothing to do with the babies. I'm just thinking something's happening. Either I'm going into labor or something's happening. So, and they had moved earlier that day. So, the first nurse does the ultrasound. I'm sorry, not an ultrasound, does the heart monitor, checks for the heartbeat, heart rate. First nurse does that. She can't find nothing. Now I'm in pain. It's late at night. I'm obviously irritated. So I'm already like in my mind, like, this lady doesn't know what she's doing. Why she can't find a heart rate or a heartbeat of, you know, both the babies, not just one, but both of them. I'm like, I literally just had an ultrasound yesterday. So obviously she doesn't know what she's doing. She's a nurse. She obviously knows what she's doing. But I'm just irritated, just, you know, in my own mind. Called the doctor, the OB-GYN that was on call. Called her to come up to do the ultrasound. She's acting funny. Then she brings the ultrasound tech to come and do the ultrasound. I asked her, I said, you found it, right? Like, kind of like reassuring, like, I know you would be able to find it. So she didn't answer me. She just said, the doctor's going to talk to you. The doctor came back in and was like, I'm sorry to tell you, but they're gone. The babies are gone. They were like, oh, the babies are gone. And give me 1 minute, because I do not want to mess up my mind. It was a flood of emotions like I went through at that when she told me that. I was just like, literally from that point on, I just was like kind of in shock in my own world. I really wasn't answering people. I don't know what anybody was even talking about. My blood pressure was 200 and I want to say 210 to 11 over 110. I think it was like over 110. I had preeclampsia with the combination of the high blood pressure, the placenta rupturing or tearing. That's what caused their untimely death. That was pretty much what was going on from that point. They were working on me like around the clock, monitoring my blood pressure, monitoring me, making sure that I didn't go into, they said it was called HELP, I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what they were calling it. They did not want me to go into the stage of HELP, which means that I had to go into the ICU, which means that I would be threatening cardiac arrest. So the doctor was pretty much saying that I needed to urinate because that means my kidneys are not flushing this this fluids out of me, which means that my kidneys are possibly about to fail. So it was literally all these things getting thrown at me, and it was crazy because I'm like, literally all I could think about was the day before I saw my babies on the ultrasound, I felt my babies kick. I'm over here thinking like, okay, when they deliver the babies, then I'm sure one of them will cry, they'll both cry. I'll either feel a kick like soon and be like, hey, I felt something. We're both there, the nurses and the doctors and stuff started to really talk to us about what we wanted to do and stuff with the babies, what steps we wanted to take, what's the next things we have to do. And it's hard to hear all that stuff because you're still trying to process what's going on. So you're trying to process that you've lost your children. You're trying to process that you're like having health scares and things and problems with myself. You're also trying to process now, what do I do? Because I'm going to have to deliver these babies. And what now? Do I bury them? Do I cremate them? Do I have a funeral? What do I do? And where they did induce me, they gave me Pitocin. Me and my husband were in agreement to go ahead and do the C-section. That was one of the hardest things because I knew at that point I was going to have to face the babies pretty much and like actually see that they were gone. Went through the whole C-section process. I felt like with my daughter, my C-section was literally 5 minutes. I felt, and this C-section was probably also 5-10 minutes. I felt though in myself, I felt like that was an hour-long surgery, just in my mind, because of just how hard it was. I just felt like it was like an hour long or something. So they finally got them out. They showed us the babies, and I lost it after that. After that, I lost it because I probably should not have done this video while doing my makeup, because I keep having to take breaks or look up to keep from crying. And I thought I would be able to get through this whole video without crying, but obviously I'm not. I'm having a hard time. Just seeing how beautiful they were. They were so beautiful. So beautiful. Just knowing like they could have been in our lives. At that point, I started questioning myself. What did I do? What could I have done differently? This is all going on in my head. I'm not voicing this to anybody. I'm a very emotionless person. When it comes to saying things to people or things like that. So all this stuff is just going on in my head, though. I'm like questioning myself. I'm like, wondering, you know, what did I do? It was just so much going on in my head that I just was like, at one point I remember closing my eyes and just like, in my thoughts so heavy, I guess, my husband kept like hitting me like, Lana, wake up, like, are you okay? Like, he was like trying to make sure like that I was okay, because I just had to close my eyes. I was just so heavy in my thoughts, like I wasn't answering people and things like that. So I was thinking about like I wasn't gonna be able to, you know their personality, see how they would be, see how my daughter would have interacted with them. Like, I wasn't gonna be able to experience any of those things because unfortunately, you know, they had passed. So, and, you know, everybody was there, you know, supporting and comforting me and my husband. So we really, really appreciated that we did have a really, over the next few days, we pretty much had to make like arrangements and things for them. We chose to get them cremated. Nobody could have told me when I found out I was pregnant with them that, oh, you know, when you're 7 months pregnant, you're gonna end up losing them. Nobody could have told me that, and I wouldn't have believed them. Jesus himself probably wouldn't have been able to come down and tell me that that was gonna happen, and I would have believed them. I had an outpouring of love from people, friends, family. My parents ended up staying, I want to say, for about a month and a half. They stayed. So if you all are watching this, we really, really, really appreciate just all the love and support, the outpouring of, you know, calls, texts, DMs, emails, flowers, dinners, food, that whole thing really sent me into a bad depression. I'm the type of person that when I'm depressed or like super anxious, nobody's probably ever gonna know. But little do people know, it's a whole freaking war going on in my head, just from just all the crap that I be dealing with, and I just keep in, then, you know, I'm just dealing with all this stuff, you know, in my head. So that's just the type of person I am, and that's not good. Please don't do what I do. That's not good at all. You know, people keep telling me to, you know, go to therapy and things, which I'm definitely open to that. Me and my husband actually started going to couples therapy because, you know, this does sometimes take a toll on your marriage. Sometimes it takes a toll on it. That's something that is part of marriage. Marriage takes work. Marriage is freaking hard work. I will tell that to anybody. Marriage is a lot of work. So we're just taking it one day at a time. We're dealing with it one step at a time. But I definitely was like, I wanted to get back to YouTube because I know that did help me when I first started, just with my depression. When I first started, just, you know, doing the little things that I love and just sharing it with you all. All right, so I am all done getting ready. I just did like a light, soft beat. That was not the only thing, you know, going on with my life. You know, I did a lot of traveling, you know, did a lot of working on my business, my content creation. Please go check out my Instagram. I've been posting a lot on there. We'll be coming with more content on here as well. Now, I decorated my bedroom, so I'll definitely be posting that video soon. I'm thinking about adding some things into my bedroom for fall, so let me know if you all are interested in seeing that. Organization videos coming up, some fashion videos. I just did a lot of shopping, a lot of retail therapy I should have been doing. So I'll be doing that. And yeah, and I'll definitely be posting snippets before I post on YouTube. I posted snippets on my Instagram. So like I said, definitely go follow me if you're not already. And make sure that you're subscribed as well. And turn on those notification bells so that you can be notified every time I post a video. All right, you all. So I'll be talking to you all soon. We're going to be seeing a lot more of each other. And I just can't wait to get back on this YouTube journey. All right. I will talk to you all soon. Bye.